Good evening, everyone. My name is Edgar, and this is Mystcon. In tonight's episode, we will be exploring the origins of Friday the 13th. Where did this notion of Friday the 13th being unlucky come from? Let's go through some bits of evidence that our Mystcon researchers have dug up and find out together. I don't speak French, so I'm going to apologize ahead of time for my butchering of some of these names and words. The Knights Templar were founded around 1118 AD. Hugues de Payens, who was a French knight, created an order called the Paupers Commilitones Christi Templicae Solomonici, the Poor Fellow Soldiers of Christ and of the Temple of Solomon, which consisted of himself and 8 other knights. Templars didn't gamble, swear or drink, and swore an oath of poverty, obedience, and chastity to all their members. Some of the things that the Templars did were frowned upon by religious people because of many reasons, including being men of a religious path while carrying swords, which was seen as taboo at the time. Bernard of Clairvaux was the head of the monastery at the time and extremely influential. He wrote an essay on the Templars that really dispelled a lot of fears in the religious men's eyes. An excerpt from this essay reads, "A Templar knight is truly a fearless knight, and secure on every side, for his soul is protected by the armor of faith, just as his body is protected by the armor of steel. He is thus doubly armed, and need fear neither demons nor men." This would not be enough, though, to save the Templars. After being defeated a few times in battle, and believed by some that they were becoming less and less useful, in 1303, the Templars had set up their headquarters in Paris, France, and now were an extremely wealthy organization, which made a particular king at the time voraciously hungry for power and bent on destruction of the organization. King Philip IV of France was a bit jealous of certain wealthy groups and individuals. He would start conflicts with various organizations for that reason. The king's kingdom was in debt, and he went to ask for a loan from the Knights Templar Bank, but was denied. His loan rejection made him vow revenge. He had secret papers written describing black magic and scandalous sexual rituals that the Knights Templar supposedly participated in. Over 600 Templars were arrested, and most were sent to the Tower of Chinon after those papers were leaked. Some of the charges were devil worship, homosexuality, financial corruption, and spitting on the cross. The Templars were tortured and starved by their captors, with methods such as stretching their limbs on the rack or dipping their limbs in oil and then putting them over flames. A few weeks in captivity and torture unsurprisingly made Jacques de Molloy, the last Grand Master of the Knights Templar, and other Templars confess to crimes they had never committed. After they confessed, many of the Templars recanted. The king made sure that the confessions were very detailed so the rumors could spread and it would be harder to quiet down the outrage, especially within the church. King Philip IV ended up getting a lot of the Templars' possessions and money, with the rest being given to another religious order, the Hospitallers. Also, some believe that King Edward II of England received some of that money as well. Pope Clement the fifth in 1312 dissolved the Knights Templar without stating that they were guilty of anything. The rest of the Templars that were still captive either died in captivity or confessed to whatever would make them gain their freedom. One of the Templars that died in captivity was Grand Master Jacques de Molay, who was burned at the stake in 1314. Legend has it that since not all the Templars were executed, a secret order was created and some of them exist today. Those knights, with the help of influential leaders, have hidden a lot of religious treasure and secrets around the world. Movies have been influenced by this legend, such as National Treasure, starring Nicolas Cage, and The Da Vinci Code, starring Tom Hanks, which were extremely popular. In the 18th century, the Freemasons were founded. They revived a lot of the traditions, rituals, and symbols that were around with the Knights Templar. To some, the Knights Templar live on, and Friday the 13th is credited with the worst day for that order, therefore has been passed down to us as unlucky Friday the 13th. Alright guys, well that's all the information I have on this topic, but I'm wondering what you guys think. I mean, is this a credible answer to where is the origin of Friday the 13th? Let us know in the comments below. And also, it looks like there's a little bit of a connection between, the modern Freemason traditions and the Knights Templar. So you guys think maybe there's a connection there? Maybe we need to do a report on that. Well, that's all the time we have for this week. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, try to enjoy your sanity. My name is Edgar, and this is Mystcon. Have a creepy day.